It's been a fantastic opportunity for staff, particularly when we were working on isolated units beforehand. For the elderly services, we'd got 2 units that were 20 minutes apart from each other across the city. Now that we're all working together, it's had a massive impact upon the way that we're working together and how we're sharing things and using other staff to be able to get that wealth of experience. So it's a fantastic opportunity for us all.
It's been years in the making, really. There's been lots of planning meetings that have involved staff, service users, carers, in all aspects of the building of what a service user would want a hospital to look like, what a carer would want a hospital to look like.
They've just built brilliant new inpatient facilities at Foss Park Hospital, which has given incredible opportunities for nurses to come and work in a great working environment. That, combined with the ever-expanding community teams, makes TEWV a really good place to work.
As the years went on, I progressed within my career and stayed because I enjoyed it, and then was able to continue to progress my career, and that's really why I stayed. From speaking to friends and other trusts, sometimes they would have a freeze on training, for example, but that's never been my experience. So I've been able to increase my skills and knowledge.
My senior managers have been excellent. They've been very supportive. They've encouraged me to progress and seek promotion on the ward. I feel very open and I can go and approach them with any issues that I have. We have a reflective group on a Friday afternoon, and we try and end the week on a positive note so that we can go into the weekend and the following week with joy in our hearts, really.
So talent management is part of our appraisal process, so it looks at where we are in our job role and where we'd look to be within a 5-year period. So it looks at what we would like to do for ourselves, but what our managers can do to help support us in that. So would you need to do additional training courses? If I said I wanted to be, for example, a modern matron in the future, that what would I do to get there, and what could the managers support me in terms of additional learning and training I'd need to do to get there.
I do find the job very rewarding. I am very passionate about helping and meeting the needs of people, and I think that's very important to work as part of TEWV.
You know, I've always been really happy here. I've always felt really stable and secure and safe working for TEWV. Forensic Services have invested in trauma-informed care. They've paid for my post, which tells me that that's now a priority. And I think the difference in Forensic Services is, for me, is that you are working with complexity, but you have a longer period of time to work with people, which means that you can build relationships.
We've taken a look at the different opportunities that there are for unregistered staff to develop into registered nurses. So we have secondment opportunities now for each cohort, the apprenticeships through different universities or the Open University, and to train as nurse associates, so moving people from unregistered posts up to registered. It means that we're growing our own and supporting our long-term workforce of the future.
Recovery is one of the #1 values for TEWV. If you're interested or passionate about helping others to achieve that recovery, this would be the place to be. If you want to feel valued, come up with TEWV. If you want to have managers and colleagues think of your well-being at the top of their list, come work for TEWV.
This service that I'm working in, we're dealing with young people, so it's really, really important and it's crucial to kind of make those right decisions on whether we are diagnosing a mental health condition, a neurodevelopmental condition, and it's really rewarding to see those correct decisions being made. They've gone out of their way to be supportive, and that's something that I found really, really helpful throughout my time here.
It's a really nice team. So I've been here just short of 5 years. We've got a range of staff, be they social workers, OTs, nurses, clinical psychologists. There's always somebody that you can check things with, that you can talk through issues with. We try to focus quite a lot on supervision because sometimes some of the children that you're working with play on your mind a little bit. So to have that supervision to be able to offload and talk through some of the challenges that they've had and then you've had, it's important. So it does feel like a bit of a big family really, where people look after each other and look out for each other. Got a supportive admin team as well they send out your appointments for you, they do your letters, they write up your assessments, which gives you more time and scope to focus on the young people because you're not having to worry so much about the admin and that bit being done as well.
Every morning at 9 a.m. we have a team huddle which happens across all pathways. If we have an assessment that morning, we would discuss the assessment. Every Friday we have a quiz, so that brings morale up a bit. And we have Wellbeing as well every morning as well, where we discuss any problems that we have or anything we want to speak of. I think it's really good for team morale and it really keeps us together.
Scarborough is a beautiful town. We've got great facilities as a hospital, and we're single-sex accommodation, and with our own gym, our own OT kitchen, the crisis team on site. And Scarborough itself has got some great schools, it's got the beach, it's got the forest. We're not that far away from York and a city, so I think in terms of a place to live, it's brilliant.
We are a small team within Cross Lane. The advantages of a small team is where someone has a strength, someone could have a weakness, and it's about balancing that out and learning off each other and being together to learn new skills and develop it. And that's obviously where you get into your nursing development and that continued learning throughout your nursing career.
Everyone's kind of one big in it together team. In other places I've worked, the occupational therapy team has been very separate. But I feel like everyone on the ward is very integrated. The trust is very for its staff and its patients. So it's got a good atmosphere to work within.
My job is very challenging, but more rewarding than anything. And I think when I go home at night, I'm usually very tired. I go home and I think I'm proud of what I've done today.